If you want to see me create a second look with the Violet Voss Like a Boss palette, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène with another video, and this time it is to create a second look with the Violet Voss Like a Boss palette. And I have created one look so far, obviously if I'm saying this is a second look. And I just want to show you the palette. It has a nice big mirror on the other side, and here are all of the shadows in this palette. If you haven't yet seen the swatches video for this palette, I will put it up right here so you have a chance to take a look at all these shadows in action. I love doing the swatches video right off the hop because I also use it as a reference for my own use too. So swatches give you more information than what the shadows are telling you in the pan. So it's a good thing to do. And I did a look with Extra and Adulting as the main colors last time, and I would like to do something a bit different today. And I did not come in with an idea at this point. I just decided to do a look with you. And I think I'm going to, I really liked Firestarter, I think it was, in the Elements palette, and Werk makes me think of that. And I think I'm going to put that in the crease because it really looked so good when I used that color in the crease with the other palette. So definitely Werk. I'm going to do Werk in the crease, Queen on the inner lid, and this one strong on the outer lid. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then for any additional color accents, we'll figure out at that point. So I'm going to start off with Werk in the crease and go from there. I'm going to use my very fluffy brush to start off with Werk. It is a matte, and the mattes so far that I've used on a number of recent palettes are quite powdery, which I don't have a problem with. It's just knowing what you're working with. And I do like to go with a fluffy brush because it helps me learn what the matte is like before I go in with more precision. Now I understand that not all palettes work this way, but definitely powdery mattes to me tend to allow me to do that. So let's try. Cosmetic Chaos was telling me about, well, telling us in her video about the difference with, no, it wasn't Cosmetic Chaos, it was Mel Thompson was talking to us as her subscribers or viewers about the fact that Pat McGrath shadows, they don't blend the same way as others, and so to use more precision with them is a good idea. So that was something that was good to know, and that I'm sure I'll apply next time I use my Pat McGrath palette. The bronze, I think it's called Bronze Temptation, is the one that I have. It was one of those Christmas releases from 2018. I went a little ham on the inner on the inner lid to brow bone, but I think it looks okay. I'll use whatever's left on the lower lashes. So it's red, but it's soft enough. I'll do the other eye in fast forward, and then we'll get to the next step. Okay, just making sure they're relatively even here, which I think they are. And so we talked about using Strong, this one right here, on the outer lid, and I think that that's what I'm ready to do. I'm going to go into the crease and a little bit into the outer lid, but I think, no, I'm going to deepen up the crease a little bit with a smaller crease brush. I'm going to go with this crease brush and just go in with Werk just a little bit more because I think Strong going right away on the outer lid, it's just not going to be going on to a deep enough starting point. So just a little bit more of Werk in the crease. Oh yeah. It's almost like Strong was not going to have enough color to anchor to. But that makes a big difference. So we'll do that on both sides. And I do like to just drag the extra on the lower lash line. Okay, I think that looks all right. So let's go in with Strong, and I'm going to go in with the shadow Strong on my angled brush. And the angled brush looks like this. I'm just going to deepen that color a little bit more. And I'm going to go down onto the lower lash line, but keep this brush tighter to the lower lash line than the red from Werk. And other side. Okay, I have a little bit more blending to do for Werk. I'm seeing some skipping over here, so I'll just do that right away. All right. Okay, what do we do now? We are going to go in with Queen, which is this one right here, on the inner lid. We'll start with that, we'll see what happens. And for that, I'm just going to wipe off the bristles of this brush because it has Strong on it. This is my color switch. Cheap, easy. I'm not spending 18 bucks on a color switch. If you love it, you do you. I can buy a lot of face cloths for that price. All right, I'm going in with Queen. PSA over. And I'm going to go on the inner lid. I'll try with the brush first. I may go to my finger for this. I don't mean this in a bad way. The Violet Voss palette, the shimmers feel more sticky than other shadows that I've tried over, a couple years. And so it makes me believe that it will, with the brush, apply kind of like it would with the finger. Based on how Queen applies, I do want to deepen up a little bit the outer lid with the strong shadow, but I think I'm going to use a different brush than the angled brush. I'm going to go in with my flat brush, I think, to just deepen strong. And I'm going to go back in with my smaller crease brush and just go a little bit in the crease with strong as well. Strong just doesn't seem to want to just stay where it's supposed to, so I'll go back in with my flat brush. The crease brush seems to just have wiped away some of it, which is so weird. I wasn't going very hard with it, so I'm a little bit confused there. Something that I do on a regular basis, so I didn't expect to lose that much color. And here I used to be sheepish with dark colors, and now I'm like going more, more, more. Okay. I think that's better, and I am going to go in with my pinky to get Queen just a little bit stronger. And they are. The shimmers are really buttery, really buttery. I'm hoping you see the difference between the two eyes. This one just seems a lot brighter now that I have pushed the shimmery shadow into the lid. I think it looks better. I'm just going a little bit further in to the center lid. Yeah, I really like that. I am going to go in with a brush, a very small pencil brush, to really get into the corner of the inner lid on both sides. For that, I'm going to use this little guy. It picks up really well on the brush. Oh yeah, this is a finishing touch right here. Nice. I am going to take care of a ton of fallout, and I don't think I want to do anything more on the lower lash, the lower lid, I should say, because I think it's enough. There's a little bit more shadow further down on this side. I'll clean that up. So I'll just do a little bit of cleanup of the shadow, and then we'll talk about what we do to finish up the look. Okay, I am back. I did off camera, I'm losing things here. I did off camera put on Baddie on the brow bone, and I decided to use a couple of liners. Let me show you. I currently have Annabelle Brown, a waterline pencil, on my upper waterline. So I'm going to, this is the color here, it's deep brown. So I'm going to reapply to make sure it's deep enough. And on the I'm going to tight line the upper lid and the lower lid with Urban Decay's Demolition. It's a very creamy brown, a little bit different, a little bit brighter than Annabelle. The Annabelle, I just want to deepen the upper waterline to make my lashes look fuller, but then Demolition is going to add the right kind of brown. It's a brown that goes better with the brown that I used from the palette called Strong. I was forgetting the name. Yes, so it's more in line with Strong. I will do those things and, like I said, refresh my mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I took care of the rest of the eye look and used exactly as I said, Annabelle in the upper waterline, Demolition on tight lining the upper lash line, doing the lower lash line, and in part going into the waterline. Not 100%, but I did. And I also refreshed my mascara, which today is the Lancôme Monsieur Big. And I like the look. I think it goes well with the nails I just did too, which is a nice thing. If you're curious about it, this is Cyclone from Ciate London, and I really like them. And what else did I do? Oh, I did not change my lip. This is a Rimmel, this is old. This is a Rimmel Moisture Renew in 145 Pink Project. I don't know if it is still made, but it is a, like I said, Moisture Renew. This is what it looks like. I'll just apply a little bit more so you can see it. It is very moisturizing. Really comfortable. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just did a tiny bit of cleanup. I did a little bit more on around my nose. I noticed there was a little bit of patchiness, nothing big, and I'm happy with it. The only thing I need to do now is do the setting spray. And I'm doing a battle of the setting sprays right now, and the one that I'm testing out at this point in the whole project is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. So I'm going to spray my face right now, and we'll see this beautiful light mist that comes out of the bottle. I think this is the 4th time I use it at this point. It is the most delicate sprayer that I've ever used. You have to have it spraying for a second or two to actually start feeling it on your face, which is kind of neat. There's no question that you can wonder whether or not it's evenly spraying, because it's such a mild feeling on the skin that you know that it's going all over, which is really nice. Some sprayers are pretty aggressive when it comes to setting spray, and you feel like you're going to have little dots all over your face on where the setting spray actually landed on your face. So this is nice. I definitely have a lot of thoughts on it, but the sprayer is quite nice. So that's it. This is the final look. The second look using the Violet Voss Like a Boss palette. It's really neat too that it has one side and then the other side. They're very different, but both of them could be the front of the palette, and it's, oh gosh. I had some shadow-filled fingers when I was playing with this, but luckily it's plasticized, so it's easy to clean. I hope I was not blinding you with the packaging, but yes, look number 2, and you can look forward to at least a handful of looks total with this palette, because there are 20 shadows, and I've only used, what, 6 or 7 so far? So there's still a way to go on with using this palette. So stay tuned for more. What do you think of this look? I would love to hear in the comments below, or if you have some specific shadows that you would like me to use, I'm just going to show you the palette one last time. And please let me know if there are shadows that you'd like me to use sooner than later in this palette. That's it for now. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it very much, as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.